Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Duck Under with Austin Pettigrew. And today we're going to talk about some 165 weight class. Exciting weight class at the NCAAs this year. So let's prepare to strap in and get going. So let's talk about some storylines. The big one coming out of Big Tens is, will Vincenzo Joseph only win national titles? Vincenzo Joseph never won a Big Ten title. Yeah, he still has one more year, of course, to do it. But in the 3 years that he's competed at Big Tens, has never won a Big Ten title, and of course beat Isaiah Martinez 2 years in a row to be a national champion. And so, that was one of the main questions is Vincenzo Joseph only destined to win national titles? The next one, you have the Joe Smith saga. Joe Smith, again, interesting case, interesting coaching decision by John Smith to bump down him and Jacoby Smith. But Joe Smith comes in as the 33 seed, and he has to face. He wins his pigtail match, of course, because Joe Smith is obviously the better wrestler. But he wins that match, and then he has to face Alex Marinelli. Wrestles Alex Marinelli pretty closer than what I thought, but it happens, and that goes into where he gets beat. So he's battling his way back through, and unfortunately he meets Demetrius Romero before the blood round and loses 7-4. So, that's his trip. But, Joe Smith, he lost his grandfather. Thoughts and prayers out to John and Joe and the whole Smith family for that. And Joe Smith, he did the best he could, I believe. He wrestled his heart out like always. But, again, I just question, why did they drop weight? Because Joe Smith beat David McFadden, who All-American at 174. Which we'll get to in a later video, but odd coaching decision, I would say. But again, I'm no expert. I'm just a young coach myself, but not the decision I would have made personally, trying to keep him up. It did work out for Dakota Greer though, which we'll get in the 184 video eventually. But again, it's Joe Smith saga. Happy for him, happy he got to wrestle, and he worked his guts out. That dude knows how to win, and he'll be back stronger than next year, I think. And hopefully reach that All-American status again. Then you get the Chance Marsteller comeback. Chance Marsteller, such a great story. Such great to see him go out on a win in third place. And I'm a big Chance Marsteller fan myself. Love Chance Marsteller, but I'm so happy to see him win that third place after getting pinned by Evan Wick in the quarterfinals. But it happens. Again, Chance Marsteller, such an inspiring story. Of never giving up and always believing yourself to be able to come back and do this. So hats off to him. And so let's get into it. Big story out here. First and second place match. You have Cenzo getting Cenzo'd by Mekhi Lewis. So let's get right into it. Mekhi Lewis, dude's a world champion, junior world champion, and people kind of forgot about him. And we learned, don't forget about Mekhi Lewis, because he will come and upset some people. But so let's take a look at Mekhi Lewis before we get back to the match brackets. And, Mekhi faces Marinelli, who's the number 1 seed in the quarterfinals, beats him 3-1. Great win for Mekhi. Then he faces Evan Wick, always a tough opponent in the semifinals, beats him 5-2. Then we get to the match where he beats Vincenzo Joseph 7-1. If you watch the match, I was jumping off my feet whenever I saw Mekhi Lewis cradle him up and almost him. I was like, oh my God, Vincenzo's going to get Cenzo'd like he Cenzo'd Imar. And apparently if you are a junior at the 165 weight, you will lose. And, history repeats itself. So I'm guessing we can kind of predict ahead, is Mekhi Lewis going to win next year? I don't know. That's why you wrestle. But, again, hats off to Mekhi Lewis. That dude is a stallion. That dude's going to be winning more championships, I believe. And, Vincenzo, again, maybe he'll win a Big Ten title next year, and maybe he'll win the national championship next year. But let's not forget about some other people, too, who will be competing. And, that match was crazy. Great job by Mekhi. Love seeing him celebrate with his family. That was almost tear-jerking because, just seeing the expressions on their face, having Virginia Tech win their first champion have their first national champion, that's great. Happy to see that program. And I'm happy for them. Seeing programs like that get their first champion, that's so exciting. You have Rutgers get their first champion earlier in the night, their second one earlier in the night, and you have Virginia Tech get their first. That is awesome. Love to see that. And I'm willing to expect we'll see more from Virginia Tech, not only from Mekhi Lewis, but I'm sure from other guys. I'm not for sure about all their roster, but I'd love to dabble into it if anyone would like to have a video about it. But again, Mekhi Lewis over Vincenzo Joseph 7-1. So the third and fourth place rematch of the quarterfinals were of Evan Wick and Chance Marsteller. So earlier in the tournament, Evan Wick had pinned Chance Marsteller and advanced to the semifinals. So there was that out of the way. And so they meet each other again in the competition for third and fourth. And Chance Marsteller goes out on top. Happy to see that. He wins 6-5 in a close match. And so happy to see that for Chance Marsteller after everything he's been through. But his road wasn't easy at all. He has to face Josh Shields. I don't give a crap what anyone says about Josh Shields. I respect the hell out of Josh Shields. And that dude's always a tough wrestler. And so, then he faces Alex Marinelli. He beats him 9-6 in the matches after the blood rounds. Beats him 9-6, people. And Alex Marinelli is the 1 seed. I don't know what was wrong with Marinelli. I'll get that whenever I talk about 7th and 8th. But, man, he beats Alex Marinelli. He beats a tough Demetrius Romero from Utah Valley. That dude is special. Here was Demetrius Romero. That dude is special. That dude's going to be something next year. He may be an All-American next year. I hope he is. And, again, happy to see Chance Marsteller. Evan Wick, dude's always a tough wrestler, always a gamer. And, I'm sure not exactly the way how he won. Evan Wick had a chance against Mekhi Lewis. You always have a chance whenever you step out on the mat. But, again, so Chance Marsteller over Evan Wick. For the 5th and 6th match, you have Isaiah White versus Josh Shields. Isaiah White, I'm not going to say he popped out of nowhere, but he brought his game for Nebraska. And probably not the way Josh Shields want to go out. Still has one more year left, though. And so, he'll get his chance to possibly be a champion at 165 if he chooses to stay there, of course. But he may drop back down to 157 with a packed layup. But, again, Josh Shields, always a gamer. Love watching Josh Shields. Exciting wrestler. Always watch. And Isaiah White, hats off to you, man. I know everything you've been through this year and just the trials and tribulations, but good for you to get that 5th seed and All-American after probably people wrote you off. But, again, you have Josh Shields versus Isaiah White. It's a great match. Really good match. I loved watching the match. I believe the score was 8-4, so pretty almost dominant win by Josh Shields. So he brought his game to this tournament. That's great for Josh Shields, or Isaiah White, excuse me. And, Josh Shields, he got his All-American status, so great for Josh Shields too. Great for Arizona State. They need to work on some stuff, I'll tell you that for sure, but great for Arizona State. Now let's get to the 7th and 8th match. You have Alex Marinelli versus Bryce Steyert. So in this match with Alex Marinelli and Bryce Steyert, Alex Marinelli, you probably think it's a disappointing how he did in this tournament. I don't know if he was hurt. I don't know if he didn't bring his game or not, but, he drops from the number 1 seed, possibly being the champion after being Cenzo at Big Tens. People thought, okay, Marinelli's got Cenzo's number. This dude is too good for Cenzo to win against. But I was proven wrong because Mekhi Lewis ended up being Cenzo and being Marinelli too. But, Alex Marinelli goes out there and gets a win against Bryce Steyert. He wins 9-3, pretty dominant win. And let's talk about Bryce Steyert a little. Bryce Steyert's a dude who's always a gamer, always there. Happy he got to All-American this year. And, it's good for you and I. Good for you and I. Had a 184 champion, which we'll talk about in our video. But Bryce Steyert's a dude who just keep watching out for. This dude's always bringing his game and always working hard. But Alex Marinelli, he's the main focus of this part. Curious case what happened to him, Was he hurt? I don't know. But maybe some stuff will come out saying he was hurt. I mean, he didn't look his best. I'll say that much, He wrestled Joe Smith close. Nothing wrong with Joe Smith. Joe Smith's a great wrestler, but again, wrestled Joe Smith pretty close. All right, guys, so let's kind of review over these All-Americans. First, you got Mekhi Lewis. Second, you got Vincenzo Joseph. Third, you got Chance Marsteller. Fourth, you got Evan Wick. Fifth, you got Isaiah White. Sixth, you got Josh Shields. Seventh, you got Alex Marinelli. And eighth, you got Bryce Steyert. So most impressive to me, two names come to mind. One's obvious, Mekhi Lewis. This dude brought it. This dude's the future of this weight class. I know we said the same thing whenever Cenzo beat Isaiah Martinez. You like no one thought, okay, Chenzo's not going to lose again. But I'm going to make the prediction here. I don't think Mekhi Lewis is going to lose again, at least national championships, because this dude has some funk to him. Not the Ben Askren funk, but his own specialness. This dude is just like a dominating wrestler. And this guy's special. You know, he's going to bring a lot of success to Virginia Tech and be able to continue that road. Chance Marsteller is the other one. This dude has come back from so much, and so happy to see him place third. He's worked his butt off to get here, and happy to see him be able to ride that win into this match. And it's just great to see that, you know, great to see guys senior years go out on top like that. Then probably go the way I thought Chance Marceau would honestly be in the finals, but you know what? Great comeback story for him. Some disappointments. Alex Marinelli's one. You know, you go from the number 1 seed to finishing 7th. That's a disappointment. Like I said, I don't know if Marinelli was hurt or just wasn't ready for the competition, but a little bit disappointing. Now, he faced a game, Mekhi Lewis. Mekhi Lewis is special. I don't care what anyone says. Mekhi Lewis is special. But Alex Marinelli is a disappointment. I really expect him to be around the third or fourth or first or second place matches. So, again, disappointment from Alex Marinelli. Logan Massa. Expected a lot more from Logan Massa. This dude has been kind of game all year. Always a competitor, but, you know, he honestly has one of the hardest blood round matches out of anyone in this tournament because, you know, whenever you face freaking Alex Marinelli, who shouldn't have gotten, I'm not going to say shouldn't have gotten beat, but got beat, that's a tough match to be able to get into your All-American status. But, I mean, he brought it to Alex Marinelli and only lost 5-3, but, I mean, still, Logan Massa should have did way better than that. That dude, I don't understand what was up with that. But, again, Logan Massa, another disappointment. Some close All-Americans. You know, you got Demetrius Romero. Watch this dude at Big 12s. And this guy has some funk to him, too. You know, this guy's just a dominating wrestler who puts himself out there. Now, of course, he couldn't beat Chance Marsteller in the blood round, so he lost 14-5. And, you know, this guy is going to do better. Watch out for him. I think he will All-American. Logan Massa. Logan Massa, close All-American. Like I said, kind of a disappointment this year due to not All-American after coming in as the 6th seed. But it happens. March Madness, you know. Happens. Tayshawn Campbell. Let me tell you something about Tayshawn Campbell. This dude came in. No one knew what to expect. Let's see the 21 seed. Been doing all right for Ohio State all year. Comes in and makes the blood round. If I'm an Ohio State fan, I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, I'm so happy for Tayshawn Campbell. This guy has worked and just worked and just worked to get where he is. And he's going to do something special next year, I believe. Watch out for Tayshawn Campbell next year. This dude's going to do something special. Makes it the blood round. Only loses 3-2 to Isaiah White, who ended up finishing 5th. That impresses me. Tayshawn Campbell is the real close All-American right here who had any chance to go. And he laid it all out there. If I'm Coach Tom Ryan, I'm telling Tayshawn, dude, you did your best. You took it to them. I'm so happy of you. Let's get out here and let's get an All-American status next year. All right, so All-American guys to watch next year to All-American. Demetrius Romero. Watch him next year. I think Demetrius Romero special. This way it's kind of cleaning out a little. There's still going to be a lot of the names in there, but it's cleaning out a little. So watch him the All-American next year. And Joe Smith. Again, Joe Smith didn't end it the way he wanted to. I don't know if anything had to do with the death of his grandfather or anything, or the weight cut or anything like that. But, you know, like I said, Joe Smith brought it to this tournament. He wrestled the best he absolutely could. He almost made the blood round. Who knows? He may would have beat Chance Marsteller. But you know, it just depends. So just keep that in mind. Keep Joe Smith and Demetrius Romero for guys to watch next year. All right, guys, this has been the Duck Under with Austin Pettigrew. And remember, duck and cover.